Welcome to the future, everybody. It's 2023, and no, we don't have flying cars yet. There's no RoboCop. There's no pill that cures all the diseases or anything like that. No, we have something even better in 2023. We have a brand new cartoon coming to Fox that features not only the co-creator of Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon, but also NFTs. For those of you who don't know about this show, it's called Crapopolis, and it's coming in 2023. And like I said, it's coming from Dan Harmon, one of my favorite writers. He's the co-creator of Rick and Morty, the creator of Community. He has a podcast that started in 2012. I've listened to all of that podcast. I am a very big fan of this guy's work. So it's weird for me. I'm in a position right now where someone that I very much respect as a creative mind is doing something creatively that just makes me think you're incredibly stupid. That's a tough spot to be in, but it's an important thing to point out for the sake of this video, okay? It's an important thing because I want to make it clear to everybody that even though I love the work of Dan Harmon, I think Rick and Morty is great, I think Community is awesome, I think his podcast was tremendous. Even though I think all of those things, I'm still gonna stand up to this stupid garbage. I'm not just gonna brush it off because it's a creator I like. This is an idiotic idea, but let me break it down for you so you can really understand why. The show is about a family of gods in Greece getting into trouble trying to solve problems. That's about all there is to say about it. There's not a whole bunch right now. There's like one clip and then one little thing explaining their NFT thing, and that's just about all we know about this show so far. But rest assured, they are very descriptive of all of the NFT inner workings. They tell you exactly how to connect your wallet on their website here. I mean, it's pretty nice if you're looking to waste your money on trash. Now, what are these NFTs? What is the thing? What is gonna be Fox's entry point into this industry, into the world of crypto and NFTs? They're chickens. It's still less stupid than the Bored Ape thing. Those things are disgusting looking. And this is, it's nothing. I feel nothing. I feel nothing towards these cards. The designs are boring. They change outfits. Who gives it? Who cares? Who cares about this? Well, how much will a chicken set you back? I mean, realistically, if they're just doing a little thing for promotion of the show, how much does a chicken cost you? Well, the website says for the average consumer, it's gonna be about 0.18 Ether. Well, so how much is 0.18 Ether? That doesn't mean anything to any functioning adult. Well, 0.18 Ether is $277 as of right now. And with the way the market's swaying about, it's probably going to stick to about $200 a card. I mean, there you go. It's a $200 essentially garbage pail kids card. Like, who cares? I mean, if you think they're cool looking, if you will get something out of it, I guess go for it, but I don't see any appeal to this whatsoever. But thankfully, Fox thought of people like me. They thought of the people who hate crypto. And so they decided to add some incentives on top of the NFTs. And this is actually something that's a little bit interesting, because if this was tweaked ever so slightly, this idea would be a cool gimmick. And only that, a cool gimmick. Not a good idea, not a functioning, entertaining TV show, but just a fun gimmick. And let's break this down real quick. So when you buy one of these chicken NFTs, you are then greeted with tokens that are laid by the chicken. That's the whole gimmick. And these tokens can be spent on exclusive behind the scenes content. You can use it to vote on certain aspects of the show that can then be swapped out. So you can say, like, I want this guy to be wearing a bunch of snakes as a suit, and you can vote for that with your tokens. And the only way you get tokens is with the upwards of $200 NFT you get. So your investment into the NFT means you get to have some impact on the show, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's fine, but if this was the focus of your whole plan here, if this was like, oh, I want to make a show where fans can vote on little things that they want to happen, the paths people go on, or what someone's wearing, or maybe we can have them pay for a competition like they say they're doing, where they can get themselves into an episode, they can have their own character drawn in. Like, if that's the main focus of your show, why is the buy-in for it so high? If you want people to participate in this and get excited about your show, shouldn't you be making it readily available to them? Like, am I crazy here? The TV show sells ad space. If you want people to watch those ads and watch your TV show, you need them to want to watch it for the thing they're impacting. And I guarantee you, 30 people at most are going to buy these NFT cards and vote on stuff for the show. And they're basically just going to become like little gremlins just messing with meaningless garbage within the show. Let's face it, meaningless garbage. So at the end of the day, what Fox has essentially done with Crapopolis is taken a gimmick of people getting to influence the show that they're watching. They took that gimmick and plugged NFTs into it. So less people can enjoy the gimmick. More people are turned off from the show out of the gate because of the PR crisis that is NFTs and crypto. People hate this stuff. Let me tell you right now, it is not going to go over well, and it is going to be bad for every person involved in this show, even with a fun little twist like this, because you are locking the fun little twist behind $200. And here's the real kicker. In order for a show to get renewed and keep going, people have to be watching it. And the 30-some people that buy the NFTs that are tuned in, I mean, we could do the math here. 30 times $200 at a minimum, and now cut so Jacob can do the math. That's $6,000. That is not enough money to keep a TV show going. I mean, hey, maybe they're assuming these will go up in value and people will start trading, they'll start skimming off the top, and then it's just a nice big whoop, you know what I'm saying? Garbage. This whole idea, this whole concept is stupid, and I cannot believe so many people that I respect within this industry are a part of it. Because no, it's not just Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon's not just creating this show. It's also another one of my favorite comedians and podcasters, the creator of The Midnight Gospel, one of my favorite shows. Duncan Trussell is also a part of this travesty. Now, I want to make this clear again. I respect everyone on this show. I really love the stuff that they create. But just because I like the stuff that they did prior does not give them a free pass to do stupid garbage like this. This is bad for the consumer, it's bad for animation, it's bad for the network, it's a terrible idea, and it's going to end terribly. And the worst part of all of this, genuinely, the worst part of this entire situation is the show doesn't really look that bad. It looks kind of funny. It looks all right. I haven't seen a whole lot of it, but it looks like an okay show. It looks like something that Dan Harmon was a part of. And that's the real shame here, is that this business decision, whoever it was by, has cheapened the entirety of this product. And it's possible. It's possible in season 2, maybe. They drop this whole NFT thing. They let it go. But if it gets a season 2, let me tell you right now, if this show gets picked up for a season 2, that would be a disaster for both the animation industry and the consumer. Because if this show gets to keep going after its first season as an NFT cartoon, then it's a successful NFT cartoon. And with one success story, with one person making a little bit of money so that they were able to continue on into a season 2, or maybe they're saying it's an investment, the way that looks to the people around them is, oh my god, people want NFT cartoons. Let's make 100 of these. I just wanted RoboCop. Have you guys seen RoboCop? I mean, it's a bad situation, but I would take RoboCop over NFTs any day. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? This sucks. Well, let's go through real quick before we wrap up all the little prizes that come with these NFTs. These over $200 NFTs that they assume are going to go up in value that people are going to be trading around. Well, you get token gated content, it says. You can watch exclusive behind the scenes content releasing on a regular basis and participate in live watch parties. So buying an NFT can give you friends to watch the show with, and I can see that being very appealing to most NFT buyers. Exclusive show voting rights. We touched on this. Take part in deciding on various show details you can later watch unfold as episodes air. That's the gimmick. That's fun. Well, it probably doesn't make for a good show. It makes for a fun gimmick, but Whatever. Okay, $200 for that. You get that too. Private Discord channels. Access channels only available. Only available to NFT holders, where you can connect with other fans of the show and see where you rank as a fan via custom assigned roles and a ranking system. That's right, everybody. There's a class system in the Discord channels. I mean, I can't believe that. I don't think that processed in my head the first time I read it getting ready for this video when I was taking notes. I mean, you get assigned roles based off of how good you are at liking the show. That's like a social credit system. What are we doing? What? God almighty, help us. Send RoboCop. Well, you also get some token gated merch, which is merch you can only get with your tokens if you have them. I think it still costs money, so you get access to spend money on merchandise for the show if you spend money on merchandise for the show with NFTs, because supposedly they're merchandise and they're gonna go up in value. Guys, they're gonna go up in value, don't worry. Okay, you also get access to meet and greets. You can meet the cast and crew from the show in live AMAs and get the inside scoop. Not super descriptive, but that's something you could definitely put to use. If you're a really big fan of Duncan Trussell or Dan Harmon, like I am, you could definitely get into that. But as a massive fan of those two, I still think this is stupid. But at least there's some value connected to it here, which is what I'm trying to kind of portray. There's only one more to look at, so let's see here. Drops and giveaways. Lucky winners among the Crapopolis token holders will be eligible for exclusive NFTs, community contests, giveaways, and loads of other surprises. There you go. They're incentivizing getting into NFTs. Now, of course, the buying point for these incredibly stupid crap chickens, as they call them, I'm just going to call them chickens because who cares? I don't care about the branding. There's Bored Apes. It's the funny monkeys and the funny chickens, because you laugh at the people that are stupid enough to buy them. That's why we call them that. But what I was trying to say is they're really just trying to incentivize the first purchase of the NFT. If you get this NFT, it comes with all of this other stuff, which, I mean, at least there's kind of a reason to it now, I guess. But it's still just so stupid to me, because ideally, when you're creating something, when you're creating a TV show that you're passionate about and something you love, and you're working with people that you love, and you're trying to put together this big thing, you don't want to create all these hoops to jump through for people to enjoy content both surrounding the show and the show itself. It's like for people that watch The Office. In The Office, there's tons of jokes and stuff, and you'll see it all the time with big fans of that show, or any show really, where there's sort of inside jokes. Like they'll say a little line from the show and laugh, be like, oh, you have to see the show to get it. A little inside joke springing from the show. What Crapopolis and Fox want you to do is basically pay $200 to own a card that makes tokens. These tokens can then be used and spent on the ability to create your own inside jokes that you can talk about with other people who bought the cards and bought the tokens. You're in a special little club. You're super special because you spent money on our garbage. There you go. That's what they're selling to you. They're selling you the idea that you are special and you might become incredibly wealthy because of your genius business decision to buy what they call a crap chicken, or mint a crap chicken. I'm very sorry. And to wrap this all up, I think we can see with Crapopolis, I think we can see with this whole situation, no matter what incentives you add, no matter who's in charge of it, if it's Dan Harmon, if it has Duncan Trussell connected to it, if it has people you really enjoy, no matter what, the NFT marketplace is so toxic and so bad for PR that it doesn't matter how good your show is. What matters is how annoying NFTs are. Because the only winner in the NFT marketplace are the people on the outside watching people buy NFTs. Because that is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. When people spend like $500 on a MS Paint picture of an ape with gold teeth and like a little robe and a crown on, and they're hyping it up like crazy, and then it drops in value, and suddenly, oh, I was planning to retire on my NFT ape. That's not how investing works. The truth is, it's only going to be worth money if people are willing to pay money for it. And something as abstract as a picture of a monkey or a picture of a chicken, I mean, people aren't going to be willing to pay upwards of 50, 60 thousands of dollars for crap like this, unless there's some kind of actual tangible benefit other than the possibility that it may be worth money at some point somewhere in time. And I mean, Crapopolis is trying. They're trying to incentivize people into that first purchase of an NFT, but I mean, it feels like disgusting. It feels gross. It feels like luring like whales in. The whale term in mobile gaming, where you don't need everybody to buy microtransactions. You just need one guy that buys all the microtransactions, that gets addicted to it. That's what this feels like. This feels like trying to exploit people with addictions and stupid people for money. And that just sucks. Even though it's really funny sometimes, it still just sucks. Well, with this rant-filled video out of the way, let's summarize real quick. Crapopolis is a new show coming to Fox in 2023 from Dan Harmon, and it looks kind of funny. Unfortunately, though, it is crammed full with NFT nonsense, and they are going to shove that aspect of the show down your throat to the point where there's no way it can be a success. Oh, and also, NFTs are incredibly fucking stupid. Don't buy them. That's the show, everybody. Thanks for watching. Now I gotta watch Koala Man and Velma, so get ready for those videos in the next couple of weeks. We got a whole bunch of stuff planned for 2023. Buy the Mr. Cow NFT. Here it is. I just drew it in MS Paint at the end of the video for this bit. $7,000. I'm gonna make 100 more of them. This is the only one that's gonna look like this. This is the only one. $7,000. Venmo me. There it is.